Hi, good morning. I'm Ryan with Victory Pest Management and Home Solutions. This is going to be my first YouTube channel post, I guess you should say. So we do pest control, we do insulation work, crawl space, gutter cleaning, power washing under the Home Solutions. We do a lot of different things. I thought some people might find it somewhat interesting coming along in a day in the life of an exterminator. So I'm going to take you on this rat job, which is a particular bad one. It's a rental. It was a rental hoarder situation. The tenant has been evicted and has left behind plenty of rats. So we're going to go in and deal with those today and kind of give you some information on how we do it, why we're doing what we're doing, and we'll take you along on the journey here of taking care of this particularly bad rat job. And you're going to see what I'm talking about soon. Thanks. Alright, so walking around here, generally what we do is something called exclusion, and that's the basic premise of that is to seal the rats from being able to enter the space. We're going to do that actually first in this particular occasion. So we've got little areas like this where they're usually going up there. They're kind of just going right up through the drywall in there. Which I'd show you, but it smells about as good as it looks in there. But this place is in extremely rough shape. We have a crawl space access that's feeding the utility room. We're coming around here, a couple other spots, you know, wide open access here. They've done a little work to try to seal up the crawl space and all that, but we're going to make sure no rats can actually enter this structure. And then what we're going to do on the interior is set a bunch of traps. So today we're going to pre-bait the traps. So basically we're going to place the traps out where they could be seen, and then leave the bait on the trap without actually setting it. The reason for doing that is because the rats are going to be comfortable with that trap when we come back and actually set it. And then we'll go through several rounds of that. Things that rats need is food, harborage, and water. Unfortunately in this case they have a creek back here, so there's plenty of water nearby. So again, we're going to want to try to seal them up actually in the house since it is vacant, and from there the idea is going to be lock them in, take their food away, and feed them what we feed them on the traps, and we all know what happens after that. So I'm going to get started sealing things up, and we'll check back in here in a little bit. Just getting ready here. We've got all our supplies laid out. The stick wire mesh here we'll use to seal up a lot of the holes, again to keep the rats from entering the space. We have a series of different traps. These are Victor little wooden rat traps there. We also love these T-Rex traps. These are my favorite. They're a little expensive, but they're great and they're reusable. Get the rat, you can easily clean them out and all that good stuff. Bait stations here. We're not going to put any bait on the interior of the house or anything like that at this point. Again, bait stations on the exterior of the home after we seal up the house, and whatever rats are in the home, we're going to keep them in the home, and we're going to put traps all the way around here and come back in a couple of days after they've been pre-baited, and we're going to set the traps and let it rip. So we're going to get started. All right. Sorry I have the respirator on, but it does not smell good in here. I'll give you a quick look here. So we have plenty of rat traps put in here. I decided to go ahead and bait them now because I've seen 3 rats in here out during the day while I've been doing this. So obviously all this is getting torn out and all that stuff. So we have about 28 traps set in here. You can see all the lovely rat droppings waiting, so I'm going to close this up. Scared mess. Alright. Woo! So we're all baited up in there, trap set anyhow. Well, it's Friday today, so we're going to give it over the weekend, swing back on Monday, and you know, clean out our catch and reset everything. So we did some kind of crude sealing up here to the obvious spots like the door and all of that, and normally that would look a whole lot neater, but we're just kind of trying to get it done because this house is going to go through extensive renovations by the time anybody is moving in here or anything like that. So we'll get it locked up. We'll be back next week and we'll check in and kind of show you what we got. Have a good one.